So what to pack? Here's a quick rundown of some packing basics for Vietnam. Now, you got to realize it doesn't really get cold here unless you go up north. If you're going to go up north into Sapa, you're going to run into cold. But by and large, you're dealing with a summer type setup or a spring, fall type setup all the time with some rain sprinkled in the rainy season. So here's what I came over here with. I brought a lot of dry fit type shirts, quick dry, your Under Armour, your Adidas, whatever your sport type shirts. This, what I'm wearing right here, this cotton tank gets soaked in about 5 minutes and it stays wet and it stays sticky. The dry fit stuff will carry you a long way. You can bring some dress shirts, a couple nice shirts like if you want to go out, but by and large, that's what you wear every day. The same goes with the shorts. Cotton shorts, not your friend. These sport type shorts that I got at the market for $3, this is what you're rocking a lot of the times. These cotton shorts I'm wearing, they get sweaty, they get heavy, just not good at all. Couple of things, I did bring 3 coats. I will tell you this, here's a hack about raincoats. All these fake raincoats you buy here in the market, they don't spray PFAS on them. So what happens is they turn into sponges after a short while and basically you still get wet. So I would recommend bringing over a real rain jacket, whatever your brand is. This is Columbia, I think, but it's got PFAS on it. It actually repels the rain. It's a little bit breathable. So I brought over 3 coats. I brought over a real rain jacket. I brought over a little hoodie, which I probably wore about 5 or 6 times this past year. Not very much use in a hoodie. I wore it some when I went up north in the Ha Giang, in the mountains. I did bring over a real North Face. This is kind of like an all-weather coat, a little bit of a raincoat, a little bit of a lining, just a little thin coat to wear. I brought a pair of gloves and a hat going to Sapa and doing stuff up there. Couple things cosmetics-wise. If you have certain cosmetics that you like or hair products or things like that, I would recommend to bring extra. I brought extra Russell for my hair. The Dapper Dan that I use, brought some extra contacts. I brought about a year's worth of contacts. Also, too, I brought over 2 pair of glasses. Real important. If you wear glasses, bring a backup pair just in case. Although you can get them here super cheap. But it's good to have a backup pair in case something should happen. Now, what about shoes? Biggest thing that you wear here is flip-flops. So what I did is this. Brought over a good pair of flip-flops. And you can buy them in the market all day, every day. But I bought a good pair of flip-flops, good pair of Reef flip-flops, and a pair of sneakers. These I actually bought at the mall, but when I came over, I bought flip-flops, pair of sneakers, and 1 pair of hiking shoes, like all-terrain type shoes with the mesh, the Merrell or Columbia or whatever it is you wear. But I brought over 3 pairs of shoes and 90% of the time I wear my flip-flops here. That's what most people wear. You're at the beach, you're out, it's rainy as well. The rain is a game changer because you can get wet. If you're wearing sneakers or something and it rains and then you're screwed, especially with some of the areas that might flood real quick or the roads get, the water gets real deep. Flip-flop definitely the way to go. If you're a larger person, both this way and this way, you're going to want to bring extra clothes because those are harder to get and they're more expensive, especially if you go to the mall or the big man shop that's in town. There's actually a place called the Big Man Shop. And guess what? They sell big clothes there. Shoes, if you have large feet, anything over a size 13 here is going to get dicey and you're probably going to have to special order it, go to the mall or go to Lazada. So if you have large feet, you might want to get extra shoes, get an extra pair or 2 before you come over. By and large, I didn't pack a whole lot when I came over here. I think I packed about 4 or 5 pairs of shorts, maybe about 10 or 15 shirts, these coats, those shoes that I told you, and that was about it. Bought some stuff over here, but I really, you're looking for comfortability. Fashion over here, if you're going out or a nice dinner, having a couple of nice shirts, but you can buy all that stuff here too. You got to think about this. Pretty much anything other than specific like cosmetics or different things like that, you can buy here. You can order it. Hell, they even have Amazon here. I have a friend of mine, she gets Amazon shipped from Cali. There's a service that does that. So it's not like you're cut off from the rest of the world. You want to think in a packing sense, less is more. You know, what am I going to need for a week, maybe 10 days? What am I going to wear? What am I going to wear consistently? And that's light clothes, breathable shirts, tank tops, you know, board shorts, flip-flops. That's pretty much your standard uniform here. It's just comfortable type stuff like that. You know, you definitely, you know, depending on what airline you come over, some airlines allow you more baggage and more baggage weight, so always check that. But when I flew over, it was my backpack I took on the plane and a little carry-on, you know, that was about it. You know, but you don't have to go that small if you don't want. I know some people bring over 2 or 3 suitcases. That's up to you. But you just got to think about what you're packing. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. Are you going to be comfortable in it? That's what you have to really parse. You got it in your hand. Oh, I love this jacket. I love these pants. I love this shirt. Is that shirt going to be viable in the middle of June when it's 100 degrees and 80% humidity? You got to think in these terms, because really the rainy season goes from, you know, November, December, January, and come February it's warming up again, and come April it's already a sauna. So you get a break for about 3 months, but after that it's cooking, and during the rainy season you're going to be using a raincoat and or a jacket a lot, umbrellaing it. So those are things to consider when you pack. You know, cosmetics, medications, obviously medications that you take, get extra before you leave the States, but pretty much everything here. I have a friend that gets shots. He was able to get those here. Other folks that have come in that have asked for different things, that have been able to get them from the pharmacy. One thing that will get you hung up here, like narcotics or painkillers or things like that, it's not as easy to get as over there. I mean, over there they give them away like jujubes, even though they've tightened up. They're still very easy to get if you know what you're doing over there, especially at these pain clinics. So over here, it's a different thing. It's a different thing. So medications, I would say load up on those if you have, you know, special things that you take that you need. By and large, those are the thoughts and the framework for what you should pack. Give you some things to work with, because everybody's situation is different. But for me, a couple of pairs of shorts, some flip-flops, some shoes, a few jackets, good. I left a whole bunch of stuff at my mom's and said, here, give it to Salvation Army, whatever. It's just stuff, you know. I know you get emotionally attached to different things, you know, your favorite, you know, hat or outfit or different things, but just think about it. Are you really going to be wearing it? And do you really need it? Those are the 2 questions you ask yourself.